has been paid for by the New World Order.
Hey everybody, Big Dog here. If you could be so kind as to give me a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're liking the content. Also, if you're looking to interact with me a little more, there's a link in the description box below of every video that I do. It's a link to all my social media accounts, Twitter, Twitch, my Discord server, TikTok, all that good stuff, if you want to interact with me a little more. And I'd greatly appreciate it if you did. Now, what do you say we get on with the show, huh? Ooh, what's going on, everybody? It is your man, Big Dog here. Welcome to episode, I believe this is 219, if I remember correctly, of the Dog House. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are at episode 219. We are almost to 220. I don't have anything special planned for 220, but hey, we'll see what happens. Anyway, a few things I want to talk about today. First things first. Yes, I know I'm not doing this live again. I'm sorry. Quite frankly, the excuse now is once again my PC is acting up, and I honestly do not feel comfortable streaming on it at the moment. At this rate, I honestly might just, I might wipe my machine and just start from scratch again. But I'm not going to do it right away because I've got a lot of stuff to do. Like, I still have to do my Twitch video, which I will also be using that video to explain why I haven't really been streaming on Twitch as much. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully I should have it done in the next couple days. I just have to start collecting tweets, collecting footage that I want to use for it, and I gotta start. I already started the intro. I just got to do the body and the conclusion of it. But anyway, explaining that away, we have to talk about something that I saw that really kind of upset me, man. And again, I'm gonna go into more detail about this in the Twitch video, but this is one of the big reasons I haven't been streaming as much on Twitch. So for those of you who don't know who Tectone is another content creator, and he recently got banned for the third or fourth time this month. And the reason is, in my opinion, kind of ridiculous.
/Tectone. Why did Twitch deem me worthy of a 7-day ban? Because I called them whores. Yep, I called 2 women with OnlyFans whores.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Yeah. Let me get the context for you. So, claims it was because he called 2 OF girls whores after they called him a R-wordist, etc. So, basically what happened, and I'm going to play the rest of the video in a minute. Tectone has been dealing with some quote-unquote allegations. And the funny enough, not just him and his dad. Him and his dad were accused of being... His dad was accused of being a rapist, and he was accused of essaying somebody. Now, to my knowledge, there is no evidence this happened, but the fact that, you know what? Let me let the video finish, and then I will give my take on this.
Which is, by the way, by definition, a factual statement.
Technically, yes.
OnlyFans girls who are sex workers are prostitutes.
Technically, yes.
Are whores. Whores are prostitutes. Prostitutes are sex workers.
Alrighty.
I got banned for 2 weeks for calling a fat person fat. I got banned.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that in the Twitch video as well.
And for 7 days for calling a whore a whore. Now, I'm sorry if that terminology upsets you, but the problem is that doesn't make it any less true. And the reality is, when I go live and I tell the truth and I get banned for 7 days, and then you have these same women where I am only calling that out of defense. I'm only calling them that out of defense because they have provoked me by accusing me of crimes that I have not committed whatsoever. Going in on allegations that went fucking nowhere almost a year ago now. I think it's pretty reasonable if I call them a name or two. So I want to let you guys all know this. This is the same website where Hassan calls me a rapist. Where Hassan...
And that's the video. That's the video. I'm gonna go into more detail on that in the Twitch video, but I gotta be honest with you. Twitch, that's a massive L, man. That is a massive, massive L. And quite frankly, I don't know what to say at this point, because the reality of the situation is this. Twitch, you are in a lot of hot water now, and it's your own fault. And again, I'll go into detail about this in my other video, but to give you guys a little sneak peek, Twitch is going downhill. And it's part of the reason why I haven't been streaming on there as much. But like I said, more to come in the next video, in the next one-shot video, where I hate to say it, but I'm gonna have to tear Twitch a new asshole in that video, because the inconsistency with their moderation is beyond mind-boggling to me. And the worst part is, it's destroying their platform, and they're not doing anything about it. Like, come on, man. You can't be serious. But what the fuck do I know? Anyway, next on the list, we not too long ago got an Unreal Engine 5 demo of The Witcher 4. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am a big fan of The Witcher 3 game. I've played it at least twice, and I gotta say, I fucking enjoyed it. It was a little challenging, but hey, I still enjoyed it. I think the story is fantastic. I love the characters in it. And quite frankly, I'm really looking forward to The Witcher 4. And I hope it's as good as it looks. I personally don't think I have an issue with Ciri being the main character. I just hope we get to see Geralt at least once, or at least reference him once. Please, CD Projekt Red, give us a reference. But anyway, let's get into this tech demo. Is this the conjunction of the spheres? Spheres, sorry. State of Unreal. That's pretty cool. Wait, what is that? Technical presentation, not actual gameplay.
Bruh.
Damn it. Ah, well.
Sleep, is he? The ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract. Where's fear not Cairo? Aye, the devil's after the
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Yeah, he's dead. So are you, my friend. Yeah, he's dead. Ugh. Siri.
Salt.
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
I gotta say, man. So far, I'm impressed. I know this isn't actual gameplay. I hope we get to see actual gameplay, but this does look cool. Alright, let's see. Wes Johnson, Senior Director, Project Strategy, Epic Games. Sebastian Kalemba, Vice President and Game Director for CD Projekt Red. And Kajitan. If I am butchering these names, I sincerely apologize. Cinematic Director for CD Projekt Red.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the State of Unreal at Unreal Fest Orlando. We're here to show you what's next with Unreal Engine and so much more. We are thrilled that you're able to join us. Thank you. But first things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kaitek from CD
Kaitek,
Projekt
that's
Red.
his name.
We have a lot to talk about. Hey guys.
Hey. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. One that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
I apologize for having to turn on the subtitles, but throughout this presentation, and I did pre-watch this, it's kind of hard to understand what he's saying. So that's why I had to turn those on.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
We're ready. Kaitek is going to play the build for us.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, there we go. Just had to raise my desk a
This
little
is a
bit.
technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What we
Nice.
just saw, they're going to see now, is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing.
Stop the cap.
I gotta be honest, I'm finding that a little hard to believe, but again, you never really know. Maybe they are telling the truth.
So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll
Oh,
get to
shit.
explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating the monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village.
Kavir looks really good in Unreal 5. Then again, we don't know if this is actual
Alright,
gameplay.
everyone?
Actually,
Meet
we do know.
Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt the Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
Very cool. Yes, we know how muscles work.
So let's
At
leave
least
Ciri
most of us
behind for a second and talk about the world itself.
Alrighty.
So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always
Okay.
more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage.
Whoa.
And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
I wonder what kind of hardware you have to use in order to render this kind of stuff, because it's gotta be insane. This amount of detail on like a budget laptop.
Nope.
Somehow I find that hard to believe.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Siri.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the video I'm doing does not do it justice. And for that I apologize. Because this does look really good.
Welcome to Valgrest. So Valgrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract.
What the hell was she dumping?
High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food. I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valgrest has to offer.
That was rude. I wonder if Siri's also gonna box a bear.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting
Rules?
off chain reactions. Everything is working together. Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I could not get into that game. I could not get into it when I played Witcher 3. No matter how hard I tried.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the Ciri the quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
Of course he does.
Again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Witcheress. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. Well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men. Quite the opposite.
Manticore. No, No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton. Not here.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace.
Alrighty.
Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. We'll find none fresher.
We're getting ladies after one of
Comes. Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing something more. Got mackerel cod, all Brexit's finest.
And there is tons of tech at play here, even in a simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool,
and
cool.
closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should
Okay.
react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdres. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
Alrighty. But what's Siri doing?
But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread.
Okay.
300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri?
Agreed. Let's do that.
We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we're doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So
Alright.
we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans.
Oh.
A first look at Lanexeter.
Onward, Kelby. With what?
Alright. And that is Witcher 4. Now, like I said, again, I know that's not actual gameplay, but I'll be honest, if everything in that tech demo we just saw is anywhere near as close as what we're getting to the final product, this is a definite buy for me. But anyway, let's move on to one more thing and then we're gonna go. Apparently, there was the announcement of a new 007 game by the Hitman studio, IO Studio, or IOI Studio, I think, or IOI Games. I'm not entirely sure how to say it, but let's see what they've got. Jesus, that was loud.
His parents cut their own road to save him. He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
He then started a grand tour of every major
James
boarding
Bond.
school in Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
Always at odds with authority. Same thing in the Navy.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody
Damn.
knows what to do with him, Mom.
No, and I suspect he feels the same way. But what he did in Iceland...
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
Damn, he looks pretty good for young 007.
Do you have an appointment?
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
That Q?
So you shouldn't have.
We're facing a situation of the utmost delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
009 is a master manipulator. Whatever the end game is, we won't see it coming.
Jet lag. Gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
Aston Martin.
Tell me, what do you do, James? Lately, headhunting.
Oh, that's not good.
I suppose this is another teachable moment.
Oh, coming next year. Nice. Now, I am curious. Is this game going to be a PS5 exclusive? If so, oh no. Alrighty. Well, I hope that was a nice little treat for all you James Bond fans. And that is it for this episode. Thanks for watching as always. And until next time, stay tuned for the meme of the day, and I will see you next time. Peace!